Hey guys, welcome back to a new topic in Selenium, which is frameworks. In this lecture, we're going to learn what is frameworks, different types of frameworks, the advantages of frameworks, and some overall high-level definition of all different types of framework. So what is framework? A test automation framework is a set of concept, rules, and best practices which can follow in a systematic way to achieve the desired result. In other words, it is a way to organize automation project files or folders in a structured manner so that everyone follows the same standard in an organization. Because in an organization, when you've developed a project, and then multiple people, they work on that project. Somebody can work from New York, somebody can work from Canada, somebody work from India. So we need one standard structure to maintain your project. So where we're going to write all of our test cases, where we're going to put all of our test data, and so on. So those are different files and folder structure, give a very systematic way to develop by the idea using framework. So here is the objective of frameworks. Reusability. So frameworks help us to increase the reusability, same type of code or method again and again. Readability. So framework also help us to have a very clear readability your test script, since frameworks help you to segregate your test cases, your test elements, your test data, all those things in different folder and file. So it's easy to follow your script or follow your project flow from where A to B or the hierarchy, So it's really increased and easy to understand the whole workflow of your project. And the final is the maintainability. So for automation project, maintaining is one of the big part, and it costs a lot of times. So your frameworks, really give you the opportunity or structure, easy to maintain as per your new changes, code, the different technologies, the different version of the technologies or software that you are going to use. So, frameworks really help us to maintain, very easily update your code and following the different changes. So type of frameworks. There is basically two types of frameworks. Overall, very high level, we can say. One is inbuilt. Another one is customized. So inbuilt frameworks, as an example, the TestNG, JUnit, Cucumber, Robot. So, those are the inbuilt frameworks that comes with the Selenium, different library or API. Like TestNG nowadays is very famous frameworks that comes with the Selenium library, based on Java. And JUnit was previously heavily used frameworks, and nowadays the people, they're moving from JUnit to TestNGs, and TestNG you will find all the features like the JUnits have on the top. It has a few more features which is more specific to test automation, like TestNGs. There's a report, right? Like a JUnit, it's basically used both by developer and automation developer too. But TestNG is purely for the automation developer. And the Cucumber, right? So it's Cucumber, another frameworks on the wrap of your Selenium. And the Cucumber support multiple languages too. So it's a JavaScript, and it's very famous to implement BDD approach, which is a behavior-driven development approach. And another one is the Robot frameworks. It's based on Java and a Python language, but Robot is more famous. It comes with a lot more features, which is based on the Python. So those are the inbuilt frameworks that support based on different languages, comes with the Selenium API. On the other hand, the custom, there is a lot of customs frameworks in the market available too, because when you want to develop a very robust framework, that time your inbuilt frameworks is not enough to make it dynamic, make it robust. So you need some external tools, libraries, to make it more robust as per your requirement. So to give you the best, it makes you your frameworks more robust. In that case, increase the reusability, increase the readability, and then is easy to maintain. So customs frameworks, some of them are very the popular in the market, which is the modular frameworks, data-driven frameworks, keyword-driven, and hybrid. Those are the main customs frameworks that you can use with your inbuilt frameworks, on the top of your inbuilt frameworks. So let's see what is modular frameworks. So in a modular automation framework, test scripts are developed on the basis of modular or clusters by dividing the entire application into several small and self-sufficient blocks. Thus, individual test scripts belonging to a particular modular or cluster are created. The smaller modular in the framework, communicate with each other in a hierarchical manner to form a large script which is capable of testing an entire scenario. The advantages of a modular framework: if a particular modular or cluster is impacted, the test script developed for that cluster only need to be updated. The test scripts for the other modulars remain the same, so it's easy to maintain. They create in a modular frameworks, it's like, they create a one small block of the similar type of functionalities, right? So if that's a small part and it's independent, so if there is something need to change on that specific modular block of code, easily you just go to that block and change it. Can be easily expandable, and if you need to change, it means it's even add more elements, add more action on that module or that block, easily you can change that, without impacting other part of your framework or script. And modular frameworks are flexible and easy to maintain, since it is divided by small piece of the block, based on the different modular. So whenever it's need to any update, easily you can maintain the updates. And for example, look for a repeated functionality in your application. For example, we can say logging functionality. So we can simply wrap up this functionality in a method, and we can give it a sensible name. So example name is like sign in action. This test method and clap the following steps in this method. Example, click on the my account link, enter username, enter password, and click on the submit button, right? So those things, very common. So very common, some actions that mostly we need to use again and again, and which is related to the your sign in or logging functionality. So you can create one method like sign in action and put all these actions or together in a one specific underneath one class with a one method. You can give a name like sign in action method and put this all the code in a one piece of block, right, underneath the signing action method, and use this one in your test script whenever you need, again and again and again. And if you need to change anything in this signing action block, you can easily just change it, come over here, like you see, your say your object of the username or password got changed, a submit button object got changed, a locator got changed, come over here and change it over here. It's It's a close to similar idea like page object, but it's a little bit different over here because it's focused on the similar type of functionality and combine those the action for that functionalities make a modular block. The next one is data-driven frameworks. So data-driven is nothing but performing the same functionality with multiple input values by using parameterization with the help of data table or data resource. As an example, again, testing logging functionality with the 5 sets of test data, which can fetch from external resource like Excel rows one by one, insert and execute that that testing data from this external resource to your test script. So simply, the data-driven frameworks, it's by the name of the data-driven, you can understand it will be drive that your data, like it's the testing data from external resources using parameterization concept. Okay, so your external resource could be Excel, which is very common to use, or could be even your properties file or any other type of file. So it's not that your testing data is not inbuilt into your test class. It will be separate from an external resource. So this frameworks will help you build the mechanism so that you can import those test data, and it's very dynamically without doing manual work, like when you need to update the test cases or test data, so that it's not a like static test data. So if you can change your test data dynamically. Okay, we'll have a separate session to cover data-driven frameworks with the examples and see how we can build end-to-end frameworks in our upcoming session.